Hey.
Fine. You say yeah? I don't think I didn't have proven to make it. That manager, you don't want that radio so you got you need not to miss out. That's why we always take up the time to do what we do and doing it to the best of our ability. Is what we opt for every time we seize the opportunity before the microphone and that of the camera. Good afternoon and welcome to another fascinating time of business discussion. For those of you who have interest in the world of business, hey, I say, come on, get glued to your radio. Call a friend to tell a friend, and indeed, Business Talk is here from 2 to 3:30, where we talk issues that relating to developing your minds when it comes to business. We gave you the insight of those things that you need to know in order to venture in the world of business. Like always, I have with me my co-pilot. He's no other than Mr. Alkina Al Phillips. He's an expert. The man say he left too much. He left too much, praises because he said in Africa when people praise you too much, the next thing that happen now, just get ready for your, your downfall. Whatever it is what it is. So we say welcome to another time of discussion. Mr. Phillips, we celebrated our 177 independence yesterday, and I'm energetic this afternoon. After the celebration, though I spent all of my time here yesterday, but however, we are here to educate our people and learn from them on those things that they are going through or what they've been through. How you doing? How's the independence celebration on our side with the Liberian community?
Everything is fine. Good morning. Good morning once again, Rufus. Good morning to all of my friends, brothers, loved ones, and all of the our show guests across Liberia celebrating 177 years of independence. We still have a lot of transformation to go through. We still have a lot of growing up to do. We still have a lot of mental expansion that we have to achieve. There's so many things we still have to do, but it's always a great time. As I said last week, celebrating independence is always good. Today we've got some raining weather here in Houston. It's been raining for the past couple of days. So apparently all of the rain from Liberia, the west coast of Africa, has been sent by either WhatsApp or sent by email to all of us here in Houston. So we're receiving a tremendous amount of rain. But I believe we here, the Liberians in the diaspora, we're celebrating with all of the Liberians back home in Liberia, in the motherland, as they would say. And it's a great time. It's a great time for us as a nation to find ourselves after so many years, 177 years, and realign ourselves, reposition ourselves. There's still some learning that needs to be done. Some understanding that needs to be done, who our friends are. And, that's why we do business talk, because at the end of the day, people have friends, nations have interests. That is a very, very fundamental rule or law in diplomacy. Okay. People have friends, but nations have interests. So we as a nation, we still have to learn this fundamental rule of global diplomacy. When you see two presidents meeting, they're meeting first as friends, but they don't forget that they represent nations and millions of people in their country. So when they're discussing from a position not as friends, but as leaders, and they're representing and driving and trying to make an agreement or deals based on the interests of their country. Because at the end of the day, again, remember this phrase: people have friends, but nations have strategic interests, business interests, economic interests, national security interests, and those interests are things that people or leaders always put at the forefront when they enter into negotiations. So, happy birthday, Liberia. Happy birthday, Mother Liberia. That's the country of my birth. I will always love Liberia, as the Liberia Constitution is clear. Your Liberian citizenship cannot be taken away. So we will always be Liberians, regardless of whether we're naturalized American citizens or European citizens, Canadian citizens. We will always have the blood of the Republic of Liberia in our veins. So happy Independence Day to everyone out there. And it's always a great time to be back on the show. To everyone, Rufus and I, we talked over the weekend. During the week. Please share the show. Please share Love TV Live on your Facebook so we can get more followers. Please share the program, share the live broadcast today. Please share it on your Facebook page so we can get more listeners, more followers, more viewers, because this is good food for each of us, for all of us as Liberians across this country, to grow, to listen, to learn, and to grow and to expand. So again, Rufus, happy Independence Day to you. I hope everything went well on your side. And, Independence Day fell on a Friday, so it was a long weekend for you guys. But for us on this side, again, we had to go and deal with our Pharaoh. Well, we had to go to work every day. So, but at the end of the day, we're celebrating Liberia, Mother Liberia. So welcome to the show. Don't forget, share the Facebook live feed on your Facebook page. Share it with your friends. Tag your friends about the show so we can get more followers. Please, please share it to all your friends, and so that they can watch the show and see the show and enjoy the show as well. Somebody is asking for the feed here on Facebook Live. So Rufus, if you can put the link up, I would appreciate it as well. If you can put the link up for them in that group that we created, so we can relay the show across Liberia on various FM Joy, FM Liberia in Kakata, and also the other FM station in Zwedru and other places across Liberia. Please share the show on Facebook. Share the live feed. Share it. Let's get more people joining the show today. Don't forget, there's going to be a pop quiz this morning. We're giving away $20 today, $10 each for 2 questions. That will be sent out. So there goes the feed. Jusu, you got the feed. Please share it as well to your friends and loved ones. So let's get into the show, Rufus. Let's start there.
It's quite interesting, after the celebration of our independence, we're back on base, and it happens to be on the weekend, so it's kind of interesting. Lots of folks down with what we call hangover from the drink out or the coke out, whatever they had. But we are here to provide knowledge, as always. Like you said, shortly will be the pop quiz. For those who followed the broadcast last week, Saturday, is an opportunity for you to showcase as to whether what was taught, you jotted down those points. You can win yourself the $20 if possible. You can get the $10, because mind you, you were instructed to actually come to class. This is a class now. Come to class with your notepad, your pen or pencil to jot down notes so that it can serve as a backup. Yes, it can serve as a backup for you. When you miss out on something, you can go back to your notes. It's a referrer. You can go back to the notes and recap on those things that you miss in your implementation, so you can recalibrate and get yourself doing the needful. So it's all yours, Mr. Phillips.
Two pop quiz questions. I hope everybody is ready. Please go back through your notes. We want you to put your answer on the Facebook chat there. So please make sure everybody is ready. Those who are listening live to the show, listening on the radio, please make sure you're ready with your pen, your paper, and also your phone to put on your answer. Please listen carefully. Last week we talked about the last 5 points. Today we'll be going over some other things, but there was something very interesting we said about a team. Okay, there was something we said about a team. So here is the quiz question this morning. Complete this sentence. A good team will make you, and a bad team will what? A good team will make you, right? And a bad team will do what for you or do what to you? Please complete that sentence. A good team will make you, and a bad team will do what to you? Rufus, as I was thinking yesterday, I didn't listen to the speech that was made
You're talking
by
about the orator,
the orator, Madam, what's her name, Rexia
Nije.
Robtel Paley. Yes, I didn't listen to it, but it goes back into what I was saying this morning, that people have friends and nations have interests. And I think, that the reason why we do this show simply because we want people to understand that when you are a business person, you have interests. You have friends, but you have interests. That's why you build a team around your vision, around your plan. Very good. Okay, let's go to the chat here. Somebody says, Jusu Hassan say a good team will make your business progress and a bad team will suppress. Okay, that's not right. Some Cia Aloysius, Nick Dukes, Ganil say a good team will make you and a bad team will break you. Very good answer, Aloysius. You got the answer right. A good team will make you and a good team will break you. So Aloysius, please put your Lone Star number, your Lone Star MTN number on there, and Mr. Rufus will take your number and we will get your prize over to you. $10 US. Rufus, Mr. Aloysius, Nick Nukes, Ganio is the winner of that this morning. A good team will make you and a bad team will break you. Okay, a good team will make you and a bad team will break you. So that's why it is so important that you build your team, because you don't want to be broken. You want to be made. So the second question this morning, is all about business talk. So we want to ask a simple question here, and let's see who can win this question. Jusu Hassan is asking, how can others call in? So Rufus, if you can please put the phone numbers there. Let's give those who are listening on the radio a chance. And also please take note of Mr. Aloysius Nukes, Nick Nukes' phone number there. Timothy, welcome to the show. So again, don't forget, please share the Facebook Live to all your friends and loved ones. Those who are listening on other radio stations, are listening on the radio, the phone number here is 0887 105105. Lone Star MTN 0887 105105. Or you can call on your orange number at 0778 665073. Once again, 0778 665073. Yes, and I see here watching from district number 6 at Nick Nukes Motivational Center. Good afternoon from my end. Good afternoon, Mr. Nick Nukes. So you have a motivational center. Very, very good. So this is a good thing to broadcast at your motivational center because this will motivate people and move them in the right direction. Out of the 10 things that we've been talking about on the, this is question number 2 for $10. Out of the 10 things with the 10 points that we've been talking about, what is point number 5? What is point number 5? Out of the 10 things we've been talking about, what is point number 5? You can call in at 0887-105105 or 0778-665073. You can call in with your answer. What is point number 5? What is point number 5? What is point number 5? Very good, Jusu Hassan. The answer is vision. Yes. Point number 5 is...
We have a caller.
Okay, we have a caller. Let's go to the caller. Let's go to the caller.
Hello. How are you? But the Josephine answering the question now. just listen. You can call by, yeah.
We will have another question. We'll have another question later on in the show. Okay, we'll have okay, let me ask this question. Let me ask this other. Let me go for the question number 3. Let's give a question number 3. Let's listen to question number 3. Question number 3. Let's listen very, very carefully. Listen very, very carefully to this question here. I will only be let's see whether you can get this question or not. Okay, here we go. The question is, complete this saying. It says, teamwork makes, finish it up. Teamwork makes. So that was something that we talked about last week. We talked about it. We expanded on it. We expressed it. We went into deep discussion about it. So if you know the answer to that, you can feel free to call in. Mr. Sam Nimless said, team makes a job work. Close, but not the answer. 0887.
We have a caller.
Okay, let's go to the line. Let's go to the line.
You say your answer is what? What's your answer? Teamwork makes what? Teamwork makes dream work.
Yes, that's the answer. Very good. Very good.
Got it. So call your number quickly. Call
his number quickly. Let's get him his $10. Very good. Congratulations.
0880 28 18 22. What's your name? Is it George? The number is registered in? George Cooper? All right, George. Thank you. Congratulations.
So what we will get you we'll get the prizes over to the 3 people who won this morning. Jusu Hassan and Mr. George Cooper, and also Mr. C. Aloysius Nick Nukes Gagnon. Mr. Nick Nukes Gagnon, please make sure you broadcast this show. Please, to everyone who's listening, please share the live broadcast all across your Facebook page. Let's get more people to listen in on the show. This morning. And so we will be able to get more followers, more listeners onto this program. It's a very powerful program. And so let's go straight into business talk this morning. And today, interestingly, I was working on something this week, Rufus, and I came across something very interesting, and I had to save it for myself because some of these points, I use them every day. So today, the topic of the show today is going to be 21 21 skills, right? 21 skills that a businessman or a businesswoman, or let's say an entrepreneur or a business person, you would never pay for, right? You would never have to pay cash for these skills, but you will ultimately pay for them in your mistakes or your lack of knowledge and understanding of them. Okay, so get that right. So 21, today we're going to go quickly over 21 skills. 21 skills that a business person would never go to school for, you would never pay tuition for to learn them. You will never pay someone to teach them to you, but you will ultimately pay the price to learn them through your mistakes, through your loss of money, through falling down and getting up in business as you go through your career. So 21 skills. So let's write them down this morning. Let's go. I'm going to spend a couple of minutes on each one. So Rufus, you can chime in as well. So the first skill that the first of the 21 skill is the ability, number one, ability to sell and to negotiate. Number one, the first skill that a business person, an entrepreneur, that you will have to learn, okay, that you have to learn and you ultimately pay for, is your ability to sell and your ability to negotiate. What do I mean by that? So you are a business person, you say you want to go into business. So the question is, what product are you coming to sell? And then you're going to have to learn your product that you're bringing to the market. And then you're going to also have to learn how to negotiate between yourself and your customers so that you will benefit from the best price for that product that you're bringing into the market. You bought it for $5, you're bringing it to the market to sell it for maybe $8 or $10. You want to make 100% profit. So you're going to have to learn how to sell that product in the market and communicate the benefits of that product to your customers so that they will be able to what? Pay for it. And before they make a payment for it, you're going to learn how to negotiate with your customers, educate them, let them know what the value of the product is, why is it worth $10, and what problems it will solve for them. Okay, so the first one is, number one, the ability to sell and the ability to negotiate. Write that down. Number two, the ability to convey what you think and what you feel. Okay, so that's very important. Number two, the ability to convey, to communicate, effectively communicate, either speaking or writing your proposal or communicating that proposal that you have written. So you need to learn the ability to convey, to communicate, effective communication, written or oral or spoken communication on what you think and how you feel. So when you enter into a business deal or business arrangement, you need to have the ability, that knowledge, that understanding on how to effectively convey your thoughts, your ideas, your vision. We're back to the 10 points again. You got to learn, you got to have that ability, because if you don't have the ability to effectively communicate your vision and then express your passion, we talked about passion, about how you feel about this to your future investor, your foreign investor or your local investor, someone you're trying to sell this idea to, for them to put in the $500 or the $1,000, you need to learn and acquire the ability to effectively convey what you think and how you feel. Number three, let's go to number three, the ability to break a process down into smaller steps. We talked about this, right? So you got your long-term vision. You need to learn. You, as a business person, as an entrepreneur, you need to write down your vision, where you want to be by the end of 2024. But then you need to learn that ability, acquire the knowledge, the understanding, right? To break that vision down or that process down into smaller steps so that you will be able to achieve those smaller steps over time and be successful in your vision. Okay, so number 3, the ability to break a process down into smaller steps so that it will be easier for you to achieve them and be successful at them. Because to jump over the creek, if the creek is 40 foot wide, how will you run and jump all the way over the creek? You're going to have to figure out what you're going to do step by step, either put rocks in the creek or put a log in the creek and be able to walk across. So there's there's a process of finding the tree, getting the cutlass or the axe, cutting it down, cutting it smaller, putting it on the river, and then walking across. So that's a process. So you're going to have to learn how to break big visions into smaller steps, okay, and then be able to achieve them. So that's number 3, the ability to break a process down into smaller steps so that it will be easier for you to achieve them. Number 4, the ability, listen very carefully to this one, the ability to shut up, to listen, and to learn from others. Okay? So this is very important as an entrepreneur, as a business person, okay? Somebody who's in business, somebody who wants to go into business. You need to learn when to talk, and you need to learn when to shut up and listen, and when to learn and how to grow, okay? We always talk about this because every situation you get into, you go into, you participate in as an entrepreneur or as a business person is what we call a teachable moment. Okay, it's a teachable moment. It's a moment where you're supposed to learn, but you can't learn when you're talking. So you need to learn, right? Okay, the ability to learn when to what? To shut up, to listen, and to learn from others. Why are you arguing with somebody who knows, who has more experience, who has more depth, who has more knowledge, who has more understanding? Why, where are you standing to argue your point that you don't even know anything about? That's a teachable moment for you to shut up, to listen, and to learn from others so that you will have the ability, the opportunity now to grow from what you learn and from what you listen to and what you've taken your notes on so that you can study them and then produce fruits. Okay. So number four, the ability to shut up, the ability to listen, and the ability to learn from others who know more, who have more experience, who have more depth on the topic, on the issue, the situation that you want to learn from. Okay, very important. Number 5, the ability to adapt, the ability to improvise, and the ability to overcome obstacles. Very important as a business person, very important as an entrepreneur, because write this down. The only constant in business or the only constant in life is what? It's change. Write this down. Very important to learn as a business person, as an entrepreneur. There are no constants in life. Everything in life, everything in business is subject to change in the moment, in the hour, in the day, in the week, in the month, in the year. There are no constants. Take, for instance, the price of iron ore may be one price on Monday, and by Wednesday evening, it's a different price. By Friday, it's a different price. Why? Because there are global demands and other factors that are participating in affecting the price of iron ore. The same thing for copper, the same thing for natural rubber, the same thing for sugarcane, the same thing for coffee, for cocoa, for gold. There are no constants. So the same thing is with life, and it's the same thing with business. So what you need to do is you need to develop, to acquire, to listen, to learn, to grow, and then what? Achieve, right? The ability to adapt, the ability to improvise, meaning that, right? We Liberians and everybody around the world have this saying: necessity is the mother of invention. That's all about improvisation. It's all about being able to improvise. So you need to learn how to adapt to situations. You're doing business in Nuku Town. Okay, you're on the road. All of a sudden, government wants to start building the road. They start breaking everything down the side of the road. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Pack up and go home and cry and say, well, the devil's bad and the devil brought the government to break the road? No, development must take place. So what do? You adapt. You find a new place. The government, they didn't wake up on Monday morning and say they're cutting the road. You've been hearing it. You've been seeing it in the papers. What did you do? Did you make any plans to adapt, to change, to improvise, so that when that change takes place, you are prepared? You're not surprised. You're not shocked, because you've made the provision, right, to adapt, and you made provisions to improvise, and you made provisions to overcome the obstacles. So it's very important as a business person that you learn and you acquire and you develop the ability to adapt, to improvise, and to overcome obstacles. Very, very important as a business person. Let's go to number 6. Number 6 is the ability to read, to understand, and to memorize. So this is also important. So you go online and you're reading something that's very, very important that will help you to grow your business, and to help you to truly expand your business. But the question now is, do you actually understand what you're reading? Because there's a difference between reading to understand or just reading for the sake of reading. You read a book in 3 days. Did you understand anything that was in the book? So it is very, very important that you develop that ability, that you read, you understand, and then you memorize those key nuggets or key bullet points or key sections of that which you are reading, so that when you memorize them, you are able to go through your life cycle, your business cycle, and then memorize them and bring them out of memory, that you can apply them into your business to succeed. So it's very important. So when you find something on Facebook, you find something on Instagram, you find something on Google, or you find a link, whatever it is, when you're reading it, that's why I always advise business people, entrepreneurs, make sure you have a notebook, a 1 subject, 2 subject, 3 subject, 5 subject notebook. That should be almost like your daily journal, that when you come across something important, you write it down, because when you write, you have the ability to memorize, right? Anybody agrees with me or disagree? When you write, the more you write, the more you memorize, right? You commit things to memory, so that when that time comes, you can go into memory, you can pull them out, and you can apply them to produce the fruits and to produce the success in your business. Okay. So again, number 6 is the ability to read, the ability to understand, and the ability to memorize that which you have read. Okay. So number 7, the ability to walk away. The ability to walk away. Write this down. I heard this from a good friend of mine. I think about a year or 2 years ago, we were sitting and we're talking about his business, and I'm talking about my work and my business in the oil field, and the success he's having, the success I'm having. And then, we're talking about, the complexities, the challenges involved in work, in business, and things like that. And he made a statement to me. He said, Al, one thing I've come to learn. I said, what is it, Kevin? He said, not all business is good business. So write that down. Not all business is good business. What does that mean? It's on this very point, number 7, the ability to walk away. If the business that you're discussing with a partner, with a friend, with an associate, right, involves you doing things that are outside of right and are gravely attached to doing wrong, that's not good business. And the money that will come from that, it's not good money. So you got to understand, not all business is good business, and not all money is good money. So write that down. That may come up on a pop quiz. You never know. I'm just telling you. Not all business is good business. Not all money is good money. So that's why, as a businessman or businesswoman, you need to learn, right? The ability, acquire, grow, right? Develop the ability to walk away. And when you walk away, you're not walking away from a good opportunity. You're walking away from an opportunity, right, that could have destroyed you. And that's why you need to learn and develop that ability, because fundamentally, not all business is good business, and not all money is good money. So you need to develop the ability to know when, after having the discussions, and you say, what? I'm satisfied where I am. Learn to walk away. Develop the ability to walk away. Okay? Number 8, the ability to manage time effectively. Okay? Very important to being a successful entrepreneur, a successful businessman or businesswoman. Everyone on this earth gets 24 hours a day. The only difference between everyone on the earth is how everyone on the earth spends, utilizes, and applies, right? Okay, and exploits their 24 hours. So that's why time management is very important to an entrepreneur or a business person. You need to learn to manage your time. Not because someone calls you means that you answer the phone. That person is free, you are busy. So if you're busy and your time is very important, why should you answer his phone or answer her telephone call on your phone when they're free, you're busy? So think about that. You're busy, you're engaged, you're focused, you're doing your work, trying to produce fruits, trying to succeed and prosper. That person is sitting on the beach and enjoying themselves after they've achieved their goal and their objective. So now they've got free time and they pick up the phone to call you. Why should you answer the phone and burn your time? One thing you've got to understand as a business person, as an entrepreneur, is that the currency, write this down, the currency of life is not money. The currency of life is time. That's why, everybody says, well, time is money. The currency of life, the actual currency that each of us get when we come into this world is time, T-I-M-E. That's the actual currency of life. Because when you spend it, you don't get it back. July 26, 2024, we're never going to see that day, that time in our lives again. It's gone. It's over with. It's finished. It's off the calendar. July 26, 2024, we're never going to see it again. 8:00 a.m., July 27, 2024 in Liberia, we're not seeing that time again.
We have to check your internet, Mr. Phillips. It's kind of cracking.
Okay, is it better now? Is it better now? So the real currency of life is time. The real currency of life is time. So if you understand that your time is so critical, is so vital, so important and valuable that you cannot put a price on it, then that's why you have to Number 8, develop the ability to manage your time effectively. If you understand that your time is the currency of your life, and that's the most valuable thing you have, then you have to be very, very what? The Liberian would say that man is mean. You've got to be mean with your time. Don't just give your time to anyone like that, because that time that you're spending, you're never going to get it back. So that's why you wake up in the morning, you set your goals, you set your objectives based on your time that you have that day, so that when you end the day and you sit down, you can see and talk about and celebrate the success of your time that you've managed and you've produced fruits to move your business plan, your objective forward. Okay, so time is the currency of life, and time should be managed effectively. So you want to, as a business person, to develop the ability to manage your time effectively. Okay. Number 9, the ability to stay positive and optimistic. The ability to stay positive and optimistic. So as a business person, again, we talked about this. Let's go back up to number 5. Number 5 talk about the ability to adapt, to improvise, and to overcome obstacles. So number 5 is actually connected to number 10, because when things change, you need to have the ability to adapt. And in your process of adapting, you must what? Remain positive. Okay? You got to remain positive. You need to learn and develop the ability, right, to be positive. Number 9, the ability to stay positive and optimistic. You don't sit down with people in your gathering and talk about how bad things are and how things are so hard and nothing good is happening. Then if you believe that nothing good is happening, then guess what? Nothing good is going to happen. If you believe that everything is bad and the conditions are bad, then guess what? Nothing good happens in a bad condition. Because again, what you speak is what's going to happen. So what you sow is what you're going to reap. So if you keep speaking and sowing and planting negative things, guess what? You're only going to harvest negativity. So that's why it's important as a business person, right? We talked about number 8, you manage your time effectively, and then you develop the ability to stay positive. Now, how do you stay positive as a business person? The way you stay positive as a business person is all about your circle. So write that down. You stay positive based on the circle of friends, associates, and partners that you keep. As they say, right? Birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. So the way you, a business person and entrepreneur, stays positive is because of your circle of friends. If you stay around with positive people, then you will develop easily the ability to always be optimistic and always be positive. If you have all your connections on Facebook and Instagram and in your phone book, everybody calling you and telling you how bad things are and things like that, then what's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? You're going to always remain in that downward mode, being very pessimistic, being very negative about everything that's around you. So the way you adapt, the way you adjust is by staying in a circle of positive thinking, positive minded, positive vision, seeing people. Okay. So the ability to stay positive and optimistic is you control that. You are the one who control that. You are the one who control that. You are the one who control that. Okay. Somebody keeps telling me about my internet, that my internet is, can you hear me better now? Can everybody hear me better now? Can everybody hear me better now? Okay. So if you can hear me better now, please just put in the comments, put a thumbs up and let me know. Don't forget to share the show. So let's go on to the next point. Maybe I have to speak louder here. So let's go on to the next point. So the next point here has to do, so we talked about number 9, the ability to stay positive and optimistic. And one of the most important things you need to remember, write this down. Don't believe that the glass is half empty. Always believe that the glass is half full. Write that down. Okay. Don't believe that the glass is half empty. Always go through life believing that the glass is half full. Why? Because the glass was never full from the beginning. So how can it be half empty? Okay. So being in an optimistic, positive mindset will depend greatly upon your circle. Your circle, the friends you keep, the business partners, the associates you sit down with and you discuss plans and strategies. That circle will have a great effect on your mindset and your outlook. And always believe.
International business leaders, economists, entrepreneurs, and other professionals. Join Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live this and every Saturday from 2 to 3:30 p.m. for the program Business Talk. Gain valuable.
Is the line bad, Rufus?
Your internet is cracking, so it's coming in very distorted.
It's coming very distorted. Okay, can you hear me better now? Let me,
So
let
if
me,
you
let me,
can
let me
log out and log
okay,
in,
let me log out and log back in. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Business Talk in 1 hour 30 minutes. We provide listeners with up to date information and insights into various aspects of business and finance.
Should
We
have something
engage
causing
in
us.
insightful discussions with local and international business leaders, economists, entrepreneurs, and other professionals. Join Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live this and every Saturday from 2 to 3:30 p.m. for the program. Business Talk gain valuable insights into the world of business as we profile successful Liberian entrepreneurs in and out of Liberia as they provide business strategies, entrepreneurship, and financial planning. Business Talk, the one-stop shop in the world of business. Airs on Love FM 105.1 every Saturdays, 2 to 3:30 p.m. Don't miss a Business Talk in 1 hour 30 minutes. We provide listeners with up-to-date information and insights into various aspects of business and finance. We engage in insightful discussions with local and international business leaders, economists, entrepreneurs, and other professionals. Join Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live this and every Saturday from 2 to 3:30 p.m. for the program. Business Talk gain valuable insights into the world of business as we profile successful Liberian entrepreneurs in and out of Liberia as they provide business strategies, entrepreneurship, and financial planning. Business Talk, the one-stop shop in the world of business. Airs on Love FM 105.1 every Saturdays, 2 to 3:30 p.m. Don't miss out.
So let's see how best your network is. Mr. Phillips,
Can you hear me better now? Can you hear
come
me
again.
better now?
Wow, it's not as
It's
favorable
not good.
as
Okay,
we
hang on a
expected,
second. Let me
but
see
let's
what
let's
could be.
try as we go along the way. It will get better. That I
Okay,
believe.
give me 1 minute here. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm going to be using the Bluetooth. I connected the Bluetooth to my computer. So let's go back. Let's go back to number 9. We're talking about the ability to stay positive. And then when I get to number 10, I'll bring you in, Rufus. So the ability to stay positive is very important. Like I said, it's all about it. It has to do about your surroundings, your team, your circle of friends. You want to remain and operate and do your business and in a positive environment, whether it's with your workmates, with your teammates in your business, okay, as an entrepreneur, as a business person, or with your peers, with other business people. So it's always good as an entrepreneur, as a business person, to that the key people that you associate with, that you talk with on a day-to-day basis are other people who are in the industry, in the same business, or in the same environment where you are. So if you are a money changer, connect with other money changers. You guys sit down, talk about the business, talk about the economy, talk about the challenges, the problems one person is having on this side of town as compared to the other side of town. If you're in the cyber cafe business, communicate and have a circle of other cyber cafe business people that you guys can sit down, talk about the issues, the challenges, the mobile operators who you're getting your internet from. You can share some ideas there. What are the additional services that you're doing in your cafe, printing, desktop publishing, making ID cards, and what are you doing other things, those type of things, because you want to stay in an environment where you will learn from and that will help you to grow and to expand your business. You don't want to remain in an environment where there's a lot of negativity. Oh, the economy is bad. Oh, this Liberia, nothing good is happening here. Oh, no, those kind of environments will not build you up. They will tear you down. Those type of environments will not expand your mind. They will force you to become very stressful, very anxious, and you will end up making bad decisions. So you always want to believe, right? That you always want to believe that the glass is half full, not half empty. Anything that was full becomes empty, right? But anything that was never full will always be halfway full. So that's what you always want to believe, because that gives you room to constantly grow. So you always want, number 9, the ability to stay positive and optimistic. Number 10, before I bring Rufus in, number 10, the ability to make decisions based on facts and not based on emotions. Very, very good. So write that down. As a business person, as an entrepreneur, as somebody who's operating a business, you want to, like I said last week, I talked about it since the beginning of this show. There are certain decisions that you make with your head, and then there are certain decisions you make with your heart. You want to separate them, okay? Like Jesus said, you don't want the right hand to know what the left hand is doing. So that's the reason why you separate those decisions you make with your heart from the decisions that you make with your head. Business decisions are made with the head because you need logic, you need analysis, you need facts, you need data, you need information, and you need to put together a team that has the ability to what? To analyze the data, to review the data, to go through the information, to create the analysis, to make the plans, to set up the processes. You cannot do that with emotions. You got to do them with facts. Okay, so as a business person, as an entrepreneur, somebody who is engaged in trading, right? In trading, in commerce, okay, a business person, right? You want to make sure so that you make all of your business decisions based on facts and not based on emotions. If you make the wrong decision based on emotion, how you wake up in the morning, you leave in the house, your wife, your girlfriend, your partner makes you upset, and you take that anger into the office. You take it into the office. And then what happens? You start making bad decisions minute after minute, moment after moment, all throughout the day. You make a whole bunch of bad decisions. It's going to affect your business. So as a business person, as an entrepreneur, you've got to be able to understand when to plug in and when to unplug. You got to know, right? Don't forget, we talked about number 7, the ability to walk away. The ability to walk away. So it's so important that you develop this ability to make good business decisions based on facts and not emotions. Because emotions are like a bottle of Coke, a bottle of soft drink, right? You get a bottle of Coca-Cola, you shake it, and you set it down, it foams, and then guess what? You count from 1 to 10, and then everything comes right back down. So you cannot make your decisions based on how you feel. You have to make your decisions based on facts, because the facts don't change. The facts don't change. If the facts will change, they will change over time, but they still remain the facts. Okay? And that's what you need. The data doesn't change. If the data would change, the data will only reflect the changes that are taking place based on facts. And you use those facts, you use that information, you use that data so that you will make what? Good business decision that will help you to be a profitable company. That will help you to be a profitable company. So I want to bring Rufus. I want you to please join me so we can talk about, just bounce a couple of things together for the next 5 minutes before I jump on to the other 11 items here. So again, write them down. The first 10 of the 21 skills are: 1, the ability to sell and negotiate. Number 2, the ability to convey what you think and how you feel. That's all about communications. Number 3, the ability to break a process down into smaller steps. Okay. Number 4, the ability to shut up, the ability to listen, and the ability to learn from others. Very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. I will talk louder, Mr. Eddie Dewey is saying that the line is bad. So the ability, so number 4, the ability to shut up, to listen, and to learn from others. Number 5, the ability to adapt, to improvise, and to overcome obstacles as a business person. Number 6, the ability to read, understand, and to memorize that which you have read or that which you are reading. So it's called, in short, reading comprehension. You need to learn and you need to understand that which you are reading. You read the whole book in 3 or 4 days, but you don't understand what the book was all about. You cannot even explain the book. Then what did you do? You just read letters, but you didn't understand anything. So reading comprehension in business, as a business person, as an entrepreneur, is very, very critical to your well-being, to your growth, to your ability to excel and to prosper. Okay. Number 7, the ability to walk away. We said there, not all business is good business. Not all money is good money. You must listen to the business proposal, analyze the business proposal, and tell the person, you know what, give me a couple of days to think about it, because not all business is good business and not all money is good money. So when you listen to what the person is saying, don't interrupt them. Sit there. Don't forget now. Number 4, the ability to shut up, the ability to listen, and the ability to learn from others. So you sit, you listen, let him make the proposal, let him or her make the proposal. Shut up, listen, and learn. And then, based on what they say, if you know that the proposal is bad, tell the person, hey, not all business is good business, not all money is good money. On this one, I have to walk away. Okay, so the ability to walk away. Number 8, the ability to manage your time effectively. Learn to manage your time. The only currency in life, the currency in life that we are all given as humans on this earth is time. What we do with our time, or what we do in our time, is what will produce for us. Okay, so time is money. The currency of life is money. And how we spend that time, which is that currency, is what will produce for us. Okay, so the ability to manage time effectively. Okay, number 9, the ability to stay positive and optimistic. We talked about this. Stay in a good circle of friends, like-minded people, so that you will always be in an environment of positive thinking people that will help you to be optimistic. The glass is not half empty. The glass is half full. Why is it not half empty? Because it was never full from the beginning. So that's why we always continue to learn. We continue to grow. We continue to increase, because we have not yet reached our max. So the glass is not half empty. The glass is half full. Stay in a positive and optimistic environment as a business person, as an entrepreneur, and always stay in that environment that will help you to grow, have a positive mindset, so that your vision will be achievable. And number 10, the ability to make decisions based on facts and not based on how you feel, which is your emotions. Don't be like a bottle of Coca-Cola. 1 minute we shake you, you get upset, you foam and you blow, you break everything down. And then after 10 minutes, you cool back down, you come back to normal. You want to make decisions. Your business decisions should be based on facts, on data, on information, so that you'll be able to analyze, read through it, study through it, so that you will make good business decisions that will help you to be successful, productive, and profitable as a company. Okay. Now let's go to the other ones. So we have number 11. Number 11, the ability to speak in front of large audiences. So you are a business person, and you want to present this thing that you're so passionate about. You need to learn how to speak in front of large audiences instead of in front of a lot of people. One of the gentlemen on here, I think, is what's his name? Is it Aloysius? Yes, Mr. Aloysius Nick Nukes Gagnon. He has an intellectual center, okay, a center for motivation. So you need to find places or bring together a group of your friends and practice with them, like 5, 7, 10, 15, 20 of them gather around you so that you'll be able to speak to them and they'll be able to ask you questions about your business plan, your proposal, so that all of the nervousness can come out of you. Okay. So you need to learn to develop the ability to speak in front of large audience, because as you are growing in your business, you are growing to that point where you will be required to come on the radio, come on Facebook, go to a forum, go to a symposium, go to some workshop where you will have to speak to a large audience of people. So you want to practice as you're growing towards that point. So number 11, the ability to learn, the ability to speak in front of large audiences. Number 12, the ability to keep trying even after failure. One of the unique characteristics, one of the unique attributes, one of the unique traits of a good business person or an entrepreneur is never giving up. Write that down. One of the most important abilities, characteristics, traits, and behavior of a good business person is never giving up, because you've got to realize that big dreams, right? Big dreams, okay, and are not something that anyone can achieve. That's why if it was easy, then everybody would do it. If being successful was so easy, then everybody would be successful. That's why you are a unique person, right? You are a unique person in that being a business person, being an entrepreneur, being in commerce and trading requires a consistent, persistent, deliberate, intentional, and continuous moving towards your goal, towards your objective, towards your vision. Because number 12, the ability to keep trying even after failure. The reason why some people don't get into business is simply because they are afraid to fail. They get embarrassed when they fail. They think more about the shame. They think more about their name. They think more about what other people will say or how other people will look at them. But we who are business people, we who are entrepreneurs, we who are into trading, negotiating, failure is a requirement on this journey, because we don't see it as failure. We see it as a teachable moment where we learn. Okay? We don't see it as failure. It is a teachable moment where you learn, because ignorance does not mean that you're stupid. It simply means that you don't understand or you don't know. The lack of knowledge is defined, the lack of knowledge or the lack of understanding. The true definition, that's the true definition of what? Of ignorance. Ignorance only means that you don't know, you don't understand, you don't have the knowledge. The Bible is clear. Because of this ignorance, the lack of knowledge, the lack of understanding of who God is, right? Or who I am as God. That's what leads you into captivity. But once even if you're in captivity, when you come to know, you grow to understand who I am, guess what? You become free. So that's what it's all about. That's why as business people, as entrepreneurs, right? You want to always remove or destroy ignorance by increasing your knowledge, by increasing your understanding. Okay. And the way you do that is don't see a situation where you fall as failure. See it as a teachable moment. So write it down. Every fall, or the world will call it a failure, but we in business, we call it a fall. You slip, you fall, or in the Christian faith, we say what? You backslide, right? You backslid, okay? So that's why you want to see it as a teachable moment. So you want, number 12, the ability to keep trying even after failure. Let's hurry up here. Number 13, the ability to invest money on your own. You need to put money into your own investment. You can't always operate with other people's money. Why is that important? Because when it's your own money, you would take better care of it. When it's somebody else's money, you don't care because it's somebody else's money. You don't have anything to lose. Nobody cares about losing somebody else's money, but everybody cares about losing their money. So that's why you take your own money and you put it into your investment. Jesus talked about being good stewards. You have to learn to be a good steward over your investment. You've got to be a mother hen. You have to protect your investment to make sure that that investment, that seed that you've planted will grow and produce fruits. But the most important seed is not somebody else's money, it's your own money. So when you put your own money into this venture and you use your own money and you make it into something, then it becomes even more attractive. So that when you're presenting it to your brother, to your sister in the US, in Canada, in Europe, and say, look, sister, I had some money and I put it into this business, this provision shop. And I mean, now it's been able to grow and I'm using it to pay my rent. I'm using it to pay my school fees. And I want to take it to the next level. And that's what it's all about. Because when you put in your own money, you become a better steward over your own money, and you don't want to lose your own money. But when you only want to be a steward over other people's money, then do you really care? So when you got to learn and develop the ability to what? To invest your own money in your own dreams. Okay? Your time, your treasure, your ability, your know-how, and then your money into your own dreams. And you put it all into there so that when it starts to grow, then it becomes easier for you to sell it to somebody else for them to make their investment into that dream as well. Okay. So number 13, the ability to invest your own money. Invest your own money. Number 14, the ability to do things irrespective of the situation. The situation looks challenging. I don't like to say things are bad. I like to say that things are challenging because words have meanings. Words have meanings. Every word that somebody uses has a meaning based on your understanding of the definition of that word. And that's how you will react. So I prefer to say things are challenging. We have some obstacles that we have to overcome. We have some challenges that we have to meet than just saying things are bad. Okay, so things are bad. What do you mean by things are bad? So it's important that you learn to develop the ability to do things, to carry on your plan, to press on despite or irrespective of the situation. Okay, so that's the characteristic trait. Okay, that's a behavior trait of a good entrepreneur, of a good business person. You're persistent, you're deliberate, you're continuous, you're purposeful in what you're trying to do. So you press on, you continue pressing on. Okay. I was listening to a very, very good teaching, a spiritual teaching the other day by Joshua Selma. And he said, people forget, okay, they enjoy olive oil. But if you see the process of the olive oil, the grapes, the olives have to be what? They have to be pressed. They have to be crushed so that the oil comes out. So that's what these situations and these challenges are. They are just the press, squeezing us so that the best in us can come out to help us to move through the situation, the challenge, and the obstacles. Okay? So the ability, number 14 is what? The ability to do things irrespective of the situation. Number 15, the ability to self-analyze. Every week when you do your business, Sunday, you go to church, you pray, you come home, you eat. In the evening, you sit down, you relax. That's when you take all your notebooks, you go, you sit somewhere and you analyze your business, you analyze yourself, your own behavior. How did I do this week? How did I do this week? How did I perform this week? Did I achieve my goals? Did I achieve my objectives? Am I still on track? How are my expenses? How's my profitability? You self-analyze. You can't run a business 7 days, 20, 14 days, 21 days, 28 days, a month, and not stop to analyze yourself. You must develop a process weekly to self-analyze. Okay, so that's important. Write that down. As a business person, as an entrepreneur, you must put time aside where you self-analyze. Very, very important. Very important. Self-analyze. Number 16, the ability to learn how to learn. I love that one. The ability to learn how to learn. As business people, as entrepreneurs, we must always be in a mode, right? You like your phone, you can put it in manual, you can shut your data off or put your data on, right? You can shut your Bluetooth off, you can put your Bluetooth on. You can shut the Wi-Fi off, you can turn the Wi-Fi on. So you must learn that ability to always keep your learning mode on. You never want to be in a mode of not learning. And you need to learn the ability, right? You need to learn, develop that, and cultivate, okay, that skill, that ability to always be in a learning mode and learn how to learn. Don't be offensive when somebody critiques you. Being critiqued, right? Okay, not criticized, but critiqued, meaning that someone is pointing out those things in your business, in your process, in your plan, in your vision, in your action, in your execution. They're pointing those things out that you need to adjust, right? Don't forget, one of the things on here is what we must learn to adapt. So if you can't see it and somebody else can, then you must be in the mode of what? You must develop the ability to learn how to learn. Now, when the person points it out, then you'll be able to take note. Don't be offensive. Embrace it. Because the only constant, like we said from the beginning, the only constant is what? Is change. If the only constant is change, and then somebody points out or critiques you and shows you where you can adjust and adapt to become more profitable, more efficient, more productive, why are you rejecting it? You must be able to embrace it and then understand it and then apply it so that it will produce the change for profitability, for increase, for profitability in your business. Okay, so the ability to learn how to learn. Okay, so you need to learn that. Learn how to learn. Don't be offensive. Don't be upset. Don't be critical when somebody critiques you. Don't be angry when somebody critiques you. You need to listen. You need to learn. You need to grow, and most importantly, shut up. Okay. That may be a point of teaching you, helping you. So always learn, develop the ability to learn how to learn. Okay. Key, very important for your progress as a business person. The ability to learn how to learn. Number 17, the ability to understand what others feel. The ability to learn how others feel. Write this down. One of the most important things as an entrepreneur, as a business person, when you run a business, you need to understand that the most important people to your business is not only your team, but your customers, because they pay the bills. Customers come to you to spend their money and pay you for services, right? For services in your business. They come to your business to pay you. They're giving you their money, so there's a transaction. If you have a restaurant, let's go to a restaurant. Okay. Restaurant, food shop, Kobo shop, whatever the case is. Gilbert, thank you for listening from Nigeria. Please share this on your Facebook page so that more people can listen across Nigeria. So you got, as a business person, as an entrepreneur, you need to understand the feelings of your customers. You need to understand how other people feel, because this, in business, it's all about interaction. So you have a restaurant, you have a food place. You got to understand, as an entrepreneur, as a business person, the customers pay their money and they have expectations when they come in. So your job as a business person, as a proprietor, as an owner, right, of that business is to what? Is to meet the expectations of your customers. Because at the end of the day, there's an experience that would take place there. How that customer interacts with the person who meets them, the customer service. Mr. Rufus talked about that a couple of weeks ago, customer service. That's all about the experience. So you need to understand that the guy came to your place because he wants to eat. He doesn't want to wait. He wants to eat. But you have him waiting for 15, 20 minutes before he can even get a chair, a table. Nobody meets him at the door. Nobody walks him to a table. Nobody gives him the menu. Nobody comes to even recognize that he's there. Nobody even gave him a glass of water or a bottle of water to at least start drinking before he can look through the menu. No waiter or waitress came over to talk to him. So you need to have an emotional affinity, right? Affiliation or some emotional representation, if I can put it that way, of that person. That person is a customer. They came to spend their money in your place of business, so they have expectations, and you need, as a business person, to meet those expectations. So that's why you need to develop the ability to understand what others feel. So if you develop that ability to understand how others feel, you will always put the feelings of others ahead of everything in your business, because the way they feel when they come into your business is what's going to cause them to, even one, to recommend more people to come to your place of business. Number two, spend money in your place of business. Okay? So it's very important. Ability to understand what others feel. Number 18, the ability to remain consistent. My wife, my lovely wife, Aletta Phillips, she has a beauty salon and she has a fashion design business. And she always talks about this, the being consistently consistent. Being consistently consistent, meaning if your place is open, it's supposed to open at 9, be consistently consistent about opening your place at 9 o'clock every day, because that's what you put on the door. You must be consistent. If you're fixing food, if you have your menu for every day of the week, then be consistent with your menu, because you're setting the expectations for your customers. Okay, so develop the ability, right, to remain consistent in your business. If you're a money changer, you got your spot, Japan Highway and Bonavie Junction, then you must be there at 9 o'clock. You got customers depending on you to be there at 9 o'clock. Don't come 9:30 and say, "Oh, my man, you can't see it's raining." No, I don't care about the rain. You're supposed to be here at 9 o'clock. Be there at 9 o'clock. Stop giving excuses. Excuses is a representation of your inability to manage your process, to manage your time. Don't give excuses. Get it done. Get it done. As a business person, as an entrepreneur, get it done. If you don't meet the expectations of your customers will fire you and will go and hire somebody else who's doing the same business. So you need to understand, right? Develop the ability to remain consistent. If you got a cyber cafe, if you have a video club, if you're changing money, if you're an electrician and you're doing people's house wiring, be consistent. Be consistently consistent. Develop the ability to be consistent. Number 19, ability to master your thoughts and your ideas. Okay? The ability to master your thoughts and your ideas. That's why I keep telling everyone, when you come to this class, this business talk, there's no politics here. It's all about business, teaching, educating, right? Okay, and mentoring and coaching Liberians and other business people how to be a better business person, how to be a better entrepreneur, so that you master your thoughts. That's why you write down. As a business person, one thing you have to understand, as business people, as entrepreneurs, we're operating in a realm where things, we imagine things. We're in the spirit realm. That's where we operate as business people, because we're bringing things from that spirit realm into manifestation. Because we're talking about things that we can see, but they haven't yet been made manifest. So it's important to write down your thoughts. And then when you write down your thoughts, you can come and review them. And then you what? You develop the what? You develop the ability to master your thoughts. Don't just think about something and forget about it. If you don't have your notebook with you, you got a smartphone. Go to Notepad, put it there. Your notepad in your smartphone is no different than your notebook. So that's how you master your thoughts, by writing them down. Because as entrepreneurs, as business people, we are spiritual people. What do I mean by that? Because everything we deal with is in the realm of the spirit. It's not yet manifest. So we're dealing in a virtual world. Okay? And then we bring things from there into the physical. So you started thinking about your cyber cafe. It's not physical. It's on a piece of paper. It's in your mind. You take it from your mind, you put it on a piece of paper, and then you get the funding for it. You know what it is. So you're doing things, and over time you're executing the process. You're taking things from the spiritual, bringing it to the physical, and you're manifesting them. And all of a sudden, 6 months later, the Cyber Cafe opens on Johnson Street. So it's important to master your thoughts as an entrepreneur, as a business person. Okay. Number 20, the ability to write words to persuade and influence others. This is very important because it connects, is back to number 2. Number 2 talked about the ability to convey what you think and what you feel. So it connects to number 20, the ability to write down the words. Okay, you must learn. That's why you have to, as a business person, as an entrepreneur, you need to spend time learning words and the definition of words. Okay, back in the old days, the guys who were good at Scrabble, they knew words. And they always played Scrabble with what? With the Scrabble dictionary or with the thesaurus or a dictionary. They played that game with words because it was all about knowing words, understanding words. Okay, and then applying those words on the Scrabble board to earn points and win the game. So in this time, it's important that you develop a good vocabulary so that, and then not only the words, but understand the meaning to the words, so that when you put it in an email or in a text or in a letter, the person who is reading it will understand the definition of those words. And you select words that are what? Persuasive. You want to persuade someone from the left to the right or from on the fence to actually getting in the game. So it's very important, the ability to write words to persuade and to influence others so that they would join, they would support, they will become a part of what it is you're trying to do. And last but not least, the ability to ask for help. You know, the Nigerian pastors always tell you, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. You've got to speak. You got to ask for help. When you're in business, there's no shame. A good businessman is a businessman who knows how to speak, convey his ideas, communicate, reach out. He's always looking for contacts. He's always looking for connections. So you need to learn and develop the ability to ask for help. Open your mouth. No one can read your mind. You've got to open your mouth. You've got to speak, because if you don't open your mouth and speak, nobody knows. So let's run down the last 11 here. Okay. Number 11, the ability to speak in front of large audience. Number 12, the ability to keep trying even after failure. Number 13, the ability to invest your own money. Number 14, the ability to do things irrespective of the situation. Number 15, the ability to self-analyze. Number 16, the ability to learn how to learn. Number 17, the ability to understand what others feel. Number 18, the ability to remain consistent. Number 19, the ability to master your thoughts. Number 20, the ability to write words to persuade and to influence. And number 21, the ability to ask for help. Speak up, open your mouth, send a text, have a conversation, take your notes. So when the person calls, you know how to effectively communicate. So those are the 21 skills that you will not go to class to pay for, but you will ultimately pay for them in losing your money in business in some way, shape, or form. So those are the 21 skills for today for all the business people who are listening. Thank you so much. Rufus, is back over to you. What do you think?
Well, I've learned another new thing, a couple of new things, anyways, because for every time, like I always say, um, my conversation with you is a form of education. It's like I'm seated by the fountain and getting all of the water. So it is on our folks who have interest in business, even some of us who are managers, we can also pick into this and share with our business team so that we can revamp our activities in the business world because even a radio station is a business by itself. How to get uh, resources coming in to maintain and upkeep the station and its workers. So I must appreciate you for that, and I hope the folks will take you from it. As always, get your notes whenever the presentation is ongoing. You benefit because pop quiz on the next edition. You may it's not about the money, but the lesson is just a form of encouragement for all of you, like our brothers who have won today. We say thank you for following and taking notes. Make it your business for to always call a friend to tell a friend that indeed business talk is always here from 2 to 3:30 every Saturday on Love FM and on other platforms like Joy Africa in Maikibi. You have a Smile in Zoeju, Grenchida County, and you just name all of the platforms. You can like and share our page, Love TV Live. Follow us as we bring you all of the latest developments and educative programs. So we will shortly open the lines to take few calls, then we call it a day. If you learned from the lesson today, or you have questions to ask concerning the lesson, all you need to do is to call these numbers 0887 105 105 0778 665 Let's get to the line and take this person. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. What's your name and you join us somewhere?
Hello?
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 Hello? I'm getting you. Are you getting me? Okay. We lost him. 0778 665 are the numbers to call and ask those questions. Mr. Philip is here. He taught us the 21 skills for our business. What have you to say? If you can give him a word of encouragement, thanking him for what he's done, that is commendable. All right. 0887 105 105 0778 665 are the numbers to call. We just have a minute or two to go. So if we do not have any call now, that shows that indeed the folks are following and they appreciate what we do. And Mr. Phillips?
Well, look, I mean, I think the teaching over time is really hitting home. What we're going to do, I think I will give you. We'll set up an email here, maybe starting the month of August. We'll set up an email address that we'll give on the show and let people throughout the week write their questions about their business and send it in. And then we can read the questions on the air, and then they can put in the email, you know, their first name, last name, mobile phone number, where across Liberia that they're sending this email from, what kind of business they're doing, and then put a question in there. So at least that way, people from Grand Bassa, people from Upper Lower Magibi, people from Cape Mount, and Grand Jide and Banga, wherever, they can send in their email and participate in this. Because one of the things that's happening across Liberia, and I think it's going to accelerate, and that most people are not considering, is that the major transformation that would take place over the next 1 or 2 years, or over the next 6 years, is electricity. Okay, electricity would become more available in different parts of the country. So what are you doing in preparation of that? Next week, I really want for you and I to go. The show next week will be about small business compared to big business and the effects of small business in the economy. That's why we will go up. The entire show next week will be talking about dissecting why small business across Liberia is a more powerful transformational solution, if I can put it that way, to transform this country compared to the big companies, so the big business, and why there are more small business and big business, and why big business is more impactful compared to small business, even though they are greater. So we'll talk about that. But I think a lot of people don't call because a lot of people are very, very impacted, and I think they are drawn to the show, and they spend time really analyzing the different things we talk about. And I think what I've learned from you and others is that when a lot of people don't call in, it's simply because we've hit the main points. We've hit the main points. We've given them something to think about that they can go out throughout the next week and apply to their business and be successful at it. So I'm excited about it as well. And please share the Facebook link across Facebook world to on all of your pages. There's some great things coming in the month of August. Rufus and I will be planning this week on what we will be doing for August. All of the winners from the quizzes today, expect your $10 each by SendWave, and then we'll be unveiling our plans for the rest of the year for the show. And I think everybody will be excited about the things that are coming forward. So thank you so much to all the listeners out there across Liberia and across Facebook. I even posted this on LinkedIn as well. And Gilbert, all the way from Nigeria, listen to the show today and enjoy the show as well. So thank you so much again for the opportunity. And happy Independence Day to everybody. Continue your celebration today safely and do it in a respectable way, and have fun, but have good fun, and make sure you're able to get home tonight and wake up tomorrow morning. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so quickly, let us recognize those who joined us today on the live feed. We have Jusu Hassan Jr. Jusu, you're one of our winners, right? Jusu, please put your number if you are one of the winners. Yeah, Jusu, we have the other two numbers. So Jusu, join us. Gabriel Obolu, hope we got the name right. Thank you so much. We have Rufus T.L. Diabo. Thank you so much for joining us. Eddie M. Yi, thank you so much. That's you, Eddie M. Wui. Thank you so much for joining us. Jusu, we have Aloysius Gardnio. Thank you so much for joining us. Emmanuel Moses, Narison Toba Jr. Thank you. Ophelia N. Williams, thank you so much. Samuel W. Nimland, we appreciate you for joining. Tumete Moba, thank you so much for joining. We appreciate your following as well. Aliyu Kamara, Aliyu, thank you so much. Roof Hills, we appreciate your following. So all of you who follow, we appreciate you so highly. Next Saturday, we'll be here to do just what Mr. Philip actually said. We'll be looking at a small and bigger business, the impact and other stuff like that. So on this note, my name is Rufus Divine Cannon. Business Talk will be back here, God willing, next Saturday. Let's keep the peace and play safe. Like I always say, two things in this life you always be remembered for: The problems you create and the problems you solve. And we must take responsibility of two things in our life, our fortune and that of our misfortune. Because in union, strong success is sure. With God above our rights to prove, we over or prevail. With hearts and hands, our country cause defending. We meet the foe with valor unpretending. Have you and yours a blessing and godly day.
Business Talk in 1 hour 30 minutes. We provide listeners with up to date information and insights into various aspects of business and finance. We engage in insightful discussions with local and international business leaders, economists, entrepreneurs, and other professionals. Join Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live this and every Saturday from 2 to 3:30 p.m. for the program. Business Talk gain valuable insights into the world of business as we profile successful Liberian entrepreneurs in and out of Liberia as they provide business strategies, entrepreneurship, and financial planning. Business Talk, your one-stop shop in the world of business. Airs on Love FM 105.1 every Saturdays, 2 to 3:30 p.m. Don't miss out. What is better than free? Nothing. Free is better than 1%. Doing interaction with MTN mobile money is free. We pay your fees for you. No more adding extra money when you are sending money to friends and family at any income point. So,
Hello?
join over 1.2 million Liberians. Doing that
No, this is not Aiba. This is Love FM.
Reliable and number one.
Love FM.
In Liberia, MTN mobile money.
Yeah.
Dial star 156 hash and start
This is
acting
Love
today
Radio.
with MTN mobile money. Mobile money.
Alright.
Dial
Yeah.
it and
What is it?
Ba, wetin making your face sour again today? Ba, I suppose to pay my